2. This is Houston Newsmakers with Cambrell Marshall.
Now, the scene is repeated year after year as we celebrate Thanksgiving. Thousands converge on the George R. Brown for the annual Super Feast, sponsored by the citywide Club of Clubs. Those who come are the hungry and less fortunate, looking for warmth and a meal on this traditional day, shared by families. But there are hundreds who come to volunteer to serve, to hopefully make a difference to that someone on that special day. The Super Feast is now in its 40th year of making an impact on Houstonians in need of a lift. Stephanie Lewis is the regional director of the citywide Club of Clubs, the organization that for more than 40 years has been working to give back to the community in a number of ways. Good morning.
Good morning.
This is go time for you, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
What is the challenge now? I bet things are just really active right now as you're getting ready.
Oh, absolutely. We have trucks all over the city picking up donations. We're receiving donations of turkeys, of canned goods, of non-perishables, of coats, jackets, sweaters. We've had a tremendous amount of calls for warm weather clothing, especially with this recent cold snap.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because in addition to getting ready to feed people, by the way, how far in advance do you start getting ready to feed them?
Oh, this is a year-round activity.
Thing. Okay, I knew the answer to that. But in addition to that, there's so much else that goes on. And I saw on your website there's all kinds of other things that are happening from the citywide Club of Clubs. Talk about some of those things, because people come, they may come to eat, but they have other services that are available to them on that day.
Absolutely. On that day, we'll have free flu shots. We'll give food baskets away. There will be free haircuts. There'll be free clothing. There'll be other agencies there that offer human services, whether it's with utility assistance, rental assistance, legal aid, chips for the kids. There'll be all kinds of activity on that day.
Who is the kind of person that comes to the Super Feast? What, if you could describe the general person or family that comes and takes advantage of what you have to offer?
Typically, there are families. Those we've provided some sort of service to throughout the year. There are people who might be employed but are underemployed. They just don't make enough to make ends meet. And we're happy and pleased to be able to provide at least a temporary source of relief for them during the holidays. I
noticed that on your website, the volunteer section of the Super Feast is filled up. People love to come out and volunteer for that.
Yes, they do. Yes,
that's filled up, but there are some openings for Christmas. Somebody who's going to come volunteer, what kinds of things are they asked to do?
Oh, of course, everybody wants to serve the turkey, but there's so much more to be done. We need people to help carry trays, to serve drinks, to sort clothing, to prepare food baskets, to sweep, mop, to help in the kitchen with washing dishes and keeping the food warm and running back and forth between the kitchen and the floor. There's a lot to be done.
And it's not just, do you have openings for people to volunteer before the day of the feast, or is that done by your organization and then you just have the volunteers on the day?
Well, anyone wanting to volunteer the day before the feast simply needs to call our office at 713-752-2582, and we'll get them the necessary information.
Okay, that's good to know. But I think, from what I understand, whether there's room for volunteers or not, the almighty dollar is accepted at every time.
Yes, you can go to our website at citywideclub.com and donate right there through PayPal, or you can give us a call or mail in your donation to the P.O. Box 8446, Houston 77288.
You have your finger on a lot of things in this community. What do you sense is some of the most need right now?
Some of the most need is making sure that families have affordable housing. There are a lot of people, and it's sad to say, over a year after, are still trying to recover from Hurricane Harvey. And that knew no race, no creed, no color, no social economic status. Everybody was impacted in one way or another. So making sure that people have the resources to get back in their homes, or to get their homes completed, or to get furnishings and those kinds of things is very important to us right now.
We want to make sure that, and we put the information up just a second ago, but I want to do that again if we can there. The website is easy, citywide.com, and the number is 713-752-2582. And of course, all of this information will be available on the Newsmakers page on click2houston.com. We want people to go to that and figure out ways they can donate either their time or their money to help you just all year round.
And if you don't have money, we're still receiving donations of turkeys, of canned goods, of other non-perishables, coats, jackets, sweaters, toys,
Right.
because we'll be doing this again on Christmas Eve.
Absolutely. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you for all you do.
Thank you.
Coming up, we're going to continue to talk about some of the problems that are facing our community. One of them is hunger. Houston Food Bank is in the business of feeding those who are hungry, and you'd be surprised how many of our neighbors are in need of help. The hard-to-hear facts about how many are hungry and what's being done to help. That's next.